In any interaction, the validity of that interaction is that if I'm feeling there's something going on that's not fair, I'm allowed to voice it. And I'm heard. And I think the prime intention of the First Amendment, the freedom of speech, is that every individual should have the voice heard. When they have a concern that something isn't fair, they can voice it and they can be heard. The number one, then the First Amendment, the highest priority, politically, nationwide, individual, in a relationship, in your job, with your boss, with your co-workers, in any situation, you have a concern, it's heard. You're allowed to voice it, and it's heard, and it's acknowledged, and it's corrected. And if the person, if you're not allowed to speak it, if you're scared to speak it, if you're heard but not acknowledged, or if you're heard, so the person hearing it, the control, the quality control in any system that's supposed to hear your grievance, and it's a sincere grievance, and they don't do because they don't respond to it, they don't acknowledge it because they're part of it. That's serious, and that's what I'm seeing. Okay, and then the right here, I'm gonna start the next video and tell you what that is. The dog park, Sepulveda Dam dog park, blocking sincere communication of police corruption. And the reason they're given is that the city council, if they find out this, we're talking about this here, they'll cut funding. The city shouldn't find out. They're saying, we're reporting that the police are using their authority, they're being trained to cover up their involvement with criminals, gangs. You hearing that? They're saying the reader, they will give covering up, saying that what the issue does isn't relevant to dogs. They keep insisting it shouldn't be posted because this isn't the time and place for it. They were saying singing isn't the time, this isn't the time and place for it. And they're saying posting on the Facebook page or putting a banner on the benches in a flyer on the benches of the dog park that is pointing out that the police department is corrupt. It's a guy is coming yelling at me, very angry, very threatening, saying this is you're defacing public property. All the reasons they were giving were fallacies. It does have to do with dogs, because I am very much involved with dogs. Use them because people have, as emotional support animals, for people who've been abused with scams that are perpetrated because the laws and the police enforce scams. There is so much scams going on, so much lawsuit abuse that affects every individual in this country. And we're voicing our concern about it. They say you shouldn't voice it because the city finds out they're going to close the park. You don't want the dog park to be closed, he says. Right? I know you don't want the dog park, but you post about this. There's controversy. The city is the police, is the city. The city should find out. The police, those are the people who should find out. The city council should find out. The police are helping the gangs. The fentanyl is a big problem. Gangs are a big problem. They do have power because the police are helping it. And they're saying the city shouldn't find out because they will close the dog park if they do. Are you hearing me? Are you hearing me? And they're so adamant about it. And the discussion is in, I have here a message from, I'll go through it, how they keep insisting on a point that is an obvious fallacy. They keep on doing it, pushing it to a point, it's like obviously malicious. There's a person I'm talking to who described the situation sincerely with all these details that are reflecting what I went through. So then I'm seeing, oh, this is real. She's not making this up. She said, but then she starts saying, well, but you shouldn't waste your time here. I'm telling you shouldn't put it here. I'm directing you shouldn't put it here because this isn't the right place for it. That is getting my attention. That should be looked at. Why? Because this is for dogs. They have dogs. The dogs are affected. Dogs were abused in the scam. Dogs were let out to die in the scam intentionally. Tanya's dog was let out to die because Tanya refused to cooperate with the scammer on the very first violation that we reported to the West Valley. They came there and they refused. It's on the video. And the point where she leads the dog out to die, she deleted that video, the squatter, because she had access. She had hacking our security cameras. She broke one of the security cameras that I've reported, and they did nothing about it. A violation of the restraining order and, destroying property. While I have the restraining order, intentionally, because she's bringing drugs in through that window, she doesn't want to see in it. And then so that, and also she stole the Amazon Echo, that machine, which provides access. That Ring doorbell system works through Amazon, and she stole that. She got the phone from me, but using you think her parent was dying from cancer, which is a common thing, and Tanya prayed for her. I have it on video. That's why I have it. And she fooled Gina also. Took her phone. Gina was trying to make friends with her, became friends with her, and she was violated, and her phone was taken. Huge sums of money were taken from her, and she was devastated. That's what this girl goes around doing, and the police are enforcing it. And I'm voicing this concern. Nowhere is, unless it's like the children or something, but nowhere should this be said, this is not the right place to voice this. The library there, I wanted to post, and it's on the Yelp review, Northwich Library, what happened. The police themselves should be hearing that what they're doing, have in it the corrective service. The Sergeant Glossier has been investigating it. She's covering it up. And then they say, box stops here, go to City Hall. Go to the city attorney. And there's Eric sitting in front of the municipal building there at the West Valley, next to the West Valley Police Department. He's been there for years, saying that what they did to him, take his parents' property and arrest him, that they were told, he was told the same thing. Go to the city attorney said, get a third-party lawyer, because what they do is they would rather be sued and pay off the victim, because it's a tax deduction, and then it's just they're like paying him off to be quiet. They don't get to reveal the corruption there. And so I'm telling him, I want to know what that scammer was telling you, like from the very beginning, get all these police officers biased against me. He says, go to city attorney. We don't have that file. The police are there. I keep telling them, the police are there who did this. Everybody there knows. They themselves have told me that they don't bother with all of the stolen wallet, the stolen dogs, the identity theft. They said, we don't have time, Zeke, to handle. You have your issues. You think we should be out there helping? All this stuff they've done to oppress me, push me in the corner, all this since 2020, 3 years now. Actually, two on a little bit. They've been pushing me in the corner, oppressing me little by little by little. The police want that property. It's not just the squatter wants it. The gang-owned properties, businesses in this area that is, you can see in the Nextdoor app. The fentanyl problem, the gang problem, and the police helping it. So everybody should be concerned. And how the yelling, the protesting, the flyers I put, they market to silence a voice, the message that I'm speaking. Police should not be helping scammers, frivolous lawsuits. Corruption is going on. And these are the attributes of it. The lawyers profit from it, and so they set up the training of the cops, the policies that support abuse and prevent the reporting of it.